Hello guys, today we're going to be talking about the new Summoning Stone rotation with Ganymede, Mei Hou Wang, and Poseidon. So let's take a look, right? Before we get to the Nat 5s, let's start with the Nat 3s and then go from the top that way. So, the 3-star slot, it looks like Wind Depiction, Priest, Wind Harpy, Wind Martial Artist, what? Fire Battle Mammoth, Fire Drunken Master, Fire Water High Elemento, Water Martial Cat, and Water Warbear. Okay, so which of these are usable and where can they be used, right? I mean, a Pick Priest you could use to skill up Arena, you could use to skill up Iona, you could use to skill up Chloe. She's very versatile in that way. She's not very useful herself. So I would mainly get her just as a skill up, really. So, I mean, that's about the only use she has. If you already have all three of those skilled up, or you don't really have a desire to, get them and use them, or you really don't, own the monsters, you might want to save a few of these. Otherwise, I would say, not the best Nat 3. What? Wind Harpy, I would think that the most useful harpies are the Light Harpy for the attack bar boost, as well as the Dark Harpy for those niche dragon runs and maybe even giants runs. I don't know if Dark Harpy is used there. I mean, that's really it. They're very limited. I mean, there's also Fire Harpy that you could use for the Necro. Not many people use Fire Harpy though, but Fire Harpy is not that bad, honestly. Again, skill ups, not very useful as a monster herself. Not much to say about her. More skill ups, nothing special. Martial Artist, none of them sadly are really that great. So, overall, this Nat 3 slot, not very well used. Wind Martial Artist, not that great. Battle Mammoth, again, just skill ups. Only really usable mammoths are the Water Mammoth as well as Basalt. I wouldn't really say that it would be worth building any of the others. Not yet, at least. Maybe they'll buff them. They aren't bad, it's just that there's better options. So, again, skill ups again. Nothing too special. Fire Drunken Master, sadly, the Drunken Master family, quite underwhelming in general. I would say that the best one, if you were to make one for an R5 as a niche pick, probably the Wind one or probably the Light one, right? Those are two of the ones that probably might have some sort of relevance in R5. Otherwise, I mean, until they get better base stats or until a rework is in the works or something, sadly, not that great of a monster slot to take. You know what I mean? The Nat 3 slot's not that hot. Water High Elemental, very niche monster. She can be used for Guild War offense, not very common. The second skill ignores defense, very strong. The third skill freezes an enemy and does burst damage and freezes for 2 turns. Overall, pretty good. Weak to monsters like Chasen due to the glancing hit. Works really well with Wadam. Can be used to replace Kali when you don't need to use Kali to deal with different types of teams, specifically in Guild War offense. Otherwise, I mean, only usable for Kali skill ups. If you're feeling like using another niche pick, you could try out Light High Elemental also. Overall, not that great. Water Martial Cat, sadly, none of the Martial Cats are really any good. I'd say probably the best one is the Dark one. Sadly, no one uses her because her base stats just aren't that great. Kit slightly underwhelming. Only has 1 life, dies really easily. Again, wasted slot. Warbear, it's a secret dungeon, okay? No one cares. That's all I gotta say about that one. Okay. Lucian, going up to 4 stars. Lucian is always going to be useful, really good for Guardian level play. You can use him in RTA for faster teams to throw off the enemy. You can use him in Guild Wars, clear faster and all that stuff. You can use him anywhere, arena, everything, farming. Really great monster. A plus from me for that pick. Undyne. I mean, none of the Undynes are really that great overall. So it's sort of like a pass. Fire Succubus. Again, probably the best ones are water, light, and dark. Yeah, those are the best ones. Mainly skill ups. I think Fire Succubus is a fusion monster as well, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. But overall, I mean, let's see. Yeah, if she is a fusion monster, good for the fusion. If you don't have skill ups for your Arya, your Isael, I think it's called, Isael, the dark one, and or your water succubus, I don't remember the name of. Yeah, definitely a good pickup for skill ups specifically. Water Lich, a good necro monster. If you already have him skilled up, you can throw skill ups into Grego, you can throw skill ups into Fuko. Again, good in those situations. I would say that overall, a pretty good pickup, specifically for PvE options. Maybe he'll be useful in the new Guild War Siege. Who knows? Who knows? You need more monster options. You need about 30 options to do well in Guild War, the new Guild War Siege. Maybe he could be an option because of the defense break specifically. But overall, I would say mainly a Necro 10 monster for sure. Definitely just a Necro 10 monster. Not a bad monster to get. Water Ninetail, one of the lower side strip monsters in the game. Which is the best Ninetails? Probably the light and dark one, maybe even the water one also. Those are probably the best ones overall. Sadly, still an underwhelming family. Maybe you could use them in Guild War Offense or Guild Siege or something like that. They aren't bad, it's just that there's better options. So, it's like iffy. It's iffy, right? Obviously, we're gonna go to the Nat 5s now. The Lord and Savior Ganymede. This is the rotation that a lot of people have been saving up for. One of the best monsters in PvP play. The king of RTA. Really strong monster. No real downsides either. He has a lot of things going for him. I'd say if you really want Ganymede, you don't have like Fire Monkey, you don't have Poseidon. Like if you don't have at least 2 out of the Nat 5s here, I would definitely go for this rotation, right? And yeah, again, solid monster. Fire Monkey King, really solid in R5, really solid in cleanse or grindy sort of RTA teams. Good in Guild War Offense. Not the most ideal Guild War Offense pick, but definitely a Guild War Offense pick. Overall, really good monster. Mainly used for offense, not really defense, because he's more of a reactive monster due to his 3rd skill. You want to use him where there's a lot of CCs. CC is very prevalent in RTA. A really solid pickup. So a pretty good Nat 5 to get into your arsenal so long as you don't own him. And Poseidon. The thing I'd say about Poseidon, a good Guild War Offense monster, can be an RTA monster, can be an arena monster. I would say that overall, slightly underwhelming compared to Varad. I think Varad has a better utility kit, but Poseidon is not a bad monster. Because you can build him a lot of different ways. Not a bad monster at all. I'd say that he's on the lower side of Nat 5s, but he's not like, you know, the lowest of the low. Like, he's definitely usable. That's what I would say about Poseidon overall. So, let's do a recap, right? The Nat 3s, basically, for the most part, mainly skill ups, mainly secret dungeon monsters. I would have to give that a low rating. It's basically an F. For the Nat 4s, the best pickups probably going to be your Lushan, probably going to be your, what's his name, Water Lich, don't remember the name anymore, I'm sorry. If you want Fire Succubus for the fusion, or if you want the Water Ninetails, maybe for a skill up, for a niche pick or something like that. Not that bad. Overall, I'd give the grade about a, I'd have to only give it like a C+, because I feel like there have been better rotations than this before. So you can't necessarily give this that high of a grade. And for the Nat 5s, Ganymede is extremely strong, one of the strongest monsters in the current meta. Triple S in rating in terms of RTA for sure. Very game changing, very strong. Games revolve around them. Very solid pickup. Mei Hou Wang on the other side of the spectrum, some people bring Mei Hou Wang to deal with a Ganymede comp because Ganymede comps typically have a lot of CC and RTA. So, really good pickup. You don't own him. Really good replacement for Fire Panda in R5. Really great one. You don't really want Fire Panda. Just doesn't do enough damage. Fire Monkey does more damage. You just want damage so you take less damage from the boss. A lot of damage. You know what I mean? So, overall, really good pickup. Poseidon, underwhelming compared to Varad, but not a bad pickup overall. Not much to say about him. Everyone knows how he works, so we'll leave it there. I would say overall, this rotation from 1 to 10, I would say... Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to give the Nat 5 ratings. The Nat 5 ratings, I would say overall, I'd say a B. A B. Yeah, a B. I want to give it a B plus, but sadly I don't think Poseidon is gonna cut it. Like, if it was a premium water Nat 5, that would probably be an A or A minus, A plus even. So overall, rotation's about a B. Poseidon brings it that low, sadly. Overall, I'd say that this summon rotation is about a... I'd say it's about like a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. The only saving graces of this rotation are going to be your Lushan, your Water Lich, your Ganymede, and your Fire Monkey. Poseidon, yes, he is a pretty good monster. It's just that Varad's better. He's just a better option. He's better in the meta. So, because of that, not that strong of a rotation. But it's absolutely worth it if you are an in-game player and you're looking to pick up your Mei Hou Wang or your Ganymede. For in-game players, this might even be an 8 or 9 out of 10, just specifically because you're looking for Nat 5s. For your mid-game and late-game players, probably you're looking at about a 6 or 7. I personally rated a 6. But if I was going to go for Ganymede, which I don't own, I would probably put this at an 8 or 9. So yeah, that's all I have today. Thanks for coming. I'll be doing another one when the next summon rotation comes out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much.